Welcome to the book of Psalms. We'll begin at chapter 1, which tells us the way of the righteous and the end of the ungodly. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. This powerful book begins by giving us sound advice that will keep us on the right path in life. It says, "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly." What does that mean? Simple. Do not take advice from ungodly people. Not that you should avoid ungodly people, because everyone can be converted, but you should not be taking life or religious advice from them. Any advice outside of the Word of God will surely lead to destruction. So, indeed, a man is truly blessed who doesn't walk in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners. You are blessed when you do not follow the path of sinners. The sinner's sin should not be your sin unless you are there to deliver the word of God. Have you ever caught some trouble just because you were at a place where you shouldn't have been? They call it wrong place, wrong time. Even if you were just there minding your own business. You are called blessed when you watch the company that you keep. Nor sits in the seat of the scornful. The scornful are those who mock Christians and people who try to live by God's laws. They criticize God and all things pertaining to Him. And they might even make a good case of it too. We hear it all the time. Church folks are this, or church folks are that. The Bible tells us, judge not. Even if we think someone is worthy of being judged, remember, we are walking our own paths, we're living our own lives, and at the end, we will be accountable for our own selves. Psalm 1 verse 1 tells us what a righteous man ought not to do. And notice the words that are used. Walk, stand, sit. These are all action words. Do not walk in the counsel of the ungodly. To walk means to move or take steps. So do not move in the counsel of the ungodly. And then, do not stand in the path of the sinners. To stand means to stay in place, upright. So this verse means, do not stay in the place that you were while you were a sinner. We have redemption through Jesus Christ. we are free to move out of that place of sin. The line that's most striking in verse 1 is, "Do not sit in the seat of the scornful." Imagine a position of sitting. What does that look like to you? You are sitting now. You are comfortable. You are no longer walking or standing. Now you are sitting, resting. Do you see the regression? To sit here means to rest in the seat of the scornful. You get comfortable with criticizing others or casting judgment, or you don't come to defense of believers when others try to bring them down. Verse 2 tells us instead to delight in the law of the Lord and meditate in it day and night. That's 24/7, every time you remember. And then you shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, firm. Nothing in this world can shake you. And you shall bring forth fruit in your season. Remember the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And your leaf shall not wither, and whatever you do shall prosper. Meaning, whatever you put your hands to shall be a success. It is the opposite for the ungodly, for they are like the chaff which the winds blow away. So no matter how they seem to have happiness and success, it will not last, and they certainly will not have the fruits of the Spirit. So the righteous is rooted and firm like a tree by the river, which gets nourishment. But the ungodly are light and fleeting, like a chaff which has no anchor nor stability. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in judgment, because the ungodly have no weight. They shall be found lacking on the day of judgment, like was said of King Belshazzar. You have been weighed in the balances and found wanting. Nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. The righteous are promised a glorious future, which sinners will not be a part of. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall surely perish.